Welcome to the Restoring Balance podcast, where two lifelong friends get together to rewatch and discuss why they love Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm Mike.
And I'm Jim. Today, we're discussing Book 1, Episode 13, The Blue Spirit. This episode starts with the Yuyan Archer introduction here, and my God, we just get nothing but shots of them doing incredible things with a bow and arrow.
Pretty much physically impossible things.
It is absolutely cheating. They split multiple arrows on a target at the bullseye, of course. And we get Zhao in the background arguing with the colonel of this fortress, saying like, let me get them archers, dude.
And I think you noticed as well, but they're both rocking the mutton chops.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a smaller, angrier Zhao.
That gave me the impression, too, that this is just what look the Fire Nation men are aiming for.
Yeah, if you want to look strong and powerful, you get the mutton chops going.
Oh, yeah.
It's all the rage in the Fire Nation.
You're not a real hotman until you got them mutton chops.
Flameo hotman.
When Zhao and the colonel are going back and forth, he makes a very valid point.
Their precision is legendary. The Yuyan can pin a fly to a tree from 100 yards away without killing it. You're wasting their talents using them as mere security guards.
And he's absolutely right. I mean, as we said, they are cheating. And if he is going to mobilize his resources to capture the Avatar, he's going to want to have these guys with him.
100%. This is the most competent team we've seen out of the Fire Nation yet. And in the episode, as soon as he sends out his archers, they go and capture Aang. It works perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, this is a great team. I don't know why they don't bring them back.
I was wondering where they were towards the end of the episode, too. It's probably a good thing that they decided not to keep them around, honestly, because we'd be wondering, like, okay, did they get them yet?
No, dude, I want them to come back because they could have been a good antagonist for Aang and his group. The problem is they sort of have that later with Azula because she's got a crack team as well. So I think Azula, May, and Dai Li fill that role as being like a really good group hunting down the Avatar. Mm-hmm. And their characters are like more interesting because they've got backstories. They're similar ages. One's dating Zuko. So one's the sister of Zuko. Way more interesting than having these nondescript archers. And we can't even tell who they are.
True.
Listen. This is like the Yuyan Archers are like the Dai Li. They're the crack team. They're the SEAL Team 6 of like the Fire Nation.
And silent, too.
Just like the Dai Li.
Yeah.
And so we see Azula team up with the Dai Li later when they infiltrate Ba Sing Se in order to take it down from the inside / get Aang. And that goes really badly for the Aang gang. So I can only imagine what could have happened if, let's say, forget about Zhao. What if Azula had teamed up with the Yuyan Archers?
I mean, it would have been over. It's tough for the whole world if that happened.
They never would have restored balance.
It's interesting to think about, though, now that you pointed out, like, the world has elite teams that are built for a particular skill. So we've seen it in the Earth Kingdom with the Dai Li.
Got the Dai Li, yeah.
We got the Yuyan and the Fire Nation here. We also have combustion benders in the Fire Nation as well.
Oh, that guy's sick. You know what? We also have that band that goes into the secret tunnel.
Okay. Nomads, huh?
They're sort of like the assassins of the music world.
Okay, we're going to have to move on from this point.
Secret tunnel. No, you had a real point?
I thought you were going to say mercenaries like June.
Yes, and her Shirshu.
Yeah.
Shirshu smells shoe? Iroh? Shoe? Almost. There's something there.
All right, go to your next one. We don't have time for this.
What? We gotta have fun on the podcast.
We get that message from that hawk, and Zhao wastes no time using his newfound power.
He took to it instantly.
Yeah, he did.
He took command of the whole fort.
It's almost like he expected it.
I think he's just power hungry.
Obviously, he knew the rules of being an admiral, so he must have thought about this before. Like, oh, I'm an admiral? Good. All right, I can do this now. And after he does that, we see that the Blue Spirit was listening in.
Oh, really quick. How many promotions has Zhao gotten in this show?
2 so far.
2 so far.
Yep.
It appears I've been promoted to admiral. My request is now in order.
That is a pretty good line, but they should have done the parallelism with when he said, "It's commander now." He should have said, "It's admiral now." And my request is now in order.
I don't know. I still like it. He's just the delivery of his lines. He gets all the best lines. It's very good. When we pan up to the Blue Spirit listening in, it's the first time that we hear his leitmotif.
The Sungi horn?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not the biggest music guy. You know, that's why we have you as the player of our Avatar music box at the end of each episode. But I wanted to look into that a little bit in preparation for this one. And
you did some research?
Well, I wanted to dive deeper into it, but I simply can't. And I'll just have to defer our audience to those videos.
You didn't learn anything.
I just learned that it's so good. You know, the instrumentation for the Fire Nation, which Zuko and Iroh are a part of, differs from the instrumentation used in Zuko and Iroh's leitmotifs.
It gives me the vibes, though, of when we would have to write English papers and you have to dive so deep into the symbolism, because I'm more likely to just say they have distinct leitmotifs because they're main characters, and they need to be distinct from the Fire Nation thing.
When it came to writing essays like that, I was always the most surface level interpretation. You know, I didn't come to appreciate that kind of depth to anything until rewatching Avatar, like in college, I feel like.
Probably was difficult because you didn't read the books.
Well, yeah, that.
I was sort of a goody two-shoes in school. I mean, I just did the work. You know what I mean? Like, they assigned the work, and so I did it, and then I feel like I got labeled as a teacher's pet for that. You know what? I'm actually really proud of the fact I won an award.
Yep.
I won an award.
He was more than just labeled the teacher's pet.
They have the superlatives for senior year in high school, and I never expected to be nominated or to win anything because I did my thing. I had my friends. I went to class. No big deal. I got good grades, but that's just what I do. And apparently, behind my back, the student body had elected me as teacher's pet, which I think I probably had that vibe because it's in like 9th grade, 10th maybe. Just because, I don't know, I just did what the teacher said. You know, they ask a question, I try to answer it. They assign the work, I do the work.
Yep.
But I was more chill, like 11th and 12th. But I hadn't shaken that vibe.
Yeah.
So I was teacher's pet, but I thought it was such an honor because I'm like, wow, people knew who I was.
Yep.
This is crazy.
I did not vote for Mike as teacher's pet, I will say.
Did you win a superlative?
No.
Oh, looks like I was a little bit more cool than you.
Embarrassing. That's tough. We see that young Mr. Sokka is catching himself a cold.
I'm tired of shows and everybody always saying, you know, you were out in the cold. That's why you're sick now. I just don't think that's how it works. Haven't we figured this out? It's pathogens. Germ theory, right? It's not because you got cold. It's not because you got wet.
That's what everybody loves to say, but every time I look it up, it seems that that's not necessarily the case. Is that what they said happened to Sokka?
Yeah, they give a quick little justification.
How's Sokka doing? Not so good. Being out in that storm really did a number on him.
Well, regardless, I love it when shows take some time for the characters to catch a cold.
Yeah, you've heard of MJ's flu game. This is Avatar's flu episode.
Yep.
It's underutilized in shows, I think, to have an episode where somebody gets like a mild cold.
Just like, it doesn't have to be anything crazy, you know? Although this one does seem to take a little bit of a toll on Sokka,
Yeah.
I gotta be honest.
Mostly for comedic effect. I think he just gets a little delirious from the fever.
They are chilling, too. They look so comfy on Appa. My God. I'm a little bit jealous every time we get a shot looking at them.
He's the best beanbag chair.
It really is. Yeah.
That'd be good for the studio. A giant Appa beanbag? That can't possibly exist.
And Sokka's not the only one. Katara starts to catch this cold too. And Aang is torn up about it. When Katara really lets her cough out, Aang's arms are up and he's just blocking her. After our check-in with the Aang gang, we check in with Zuko and Iroh on Zuko's ship, which has been, I want to say, overtaken. Like, I don't know how these men got on Zuko's ship so quickly and just straight into his, like, captain's quarters. Iroh, he's deep into pie show mode, and he hears these men talk about how Zhao's an admiral now. And I don't know if it's Iroh's good attitude because he's doing something he likes right now or what, but he says,
Zhao has been promoted? Well, good for him.
happy for everybody, whether it is good for him or not. Iroh's just all about it.
I guess. The guy kind of tried to sucker punch Zuko in an Agni Kai.
Yeah. What the heck, Iroh?
So it's good that he's sort of forgiven, seemingly. Like, he's probably just let it go. Like, he's like, that's Zhao's character.
Mm-hmm.
Probably forgive and forget. But Zuko definitely
Yeah, no
has
shot.
not.
Yep.
And we get to see Super Speed Aang.
Mm-hmm.
Aang should use that more. Can we talk about how much more Aang should use that?
You do love it when he does that.
It's so useful.
Super speed is like a full-blown, like, common superpower to wish for. People ask, like, what superpower would you want? Like, that's up there on the list.
Super Speed is kind of sick, but I think they forget that you still have to do the running. And how much do they like to run right now?
True.
Imagine you had Super Speed, but you could only run the same distance you can run now. So,
but if you had it, you would maybe enjoy it more. So you would accidentally train yourself up.
you could get away with not buying a car. Maybe the savings alone would tempt you.
Yeah.
Interesting. I volunteer. You know what? I volunteer to try it out. So I can go about 3 miles before my ankle gives out. So how far can I get? 3 miles. Okay. Shit. But I do it instantly, and then I'm gassed.
So Aang is using this super speed to get to the top of a mountain that he saw in the distance. And apparently there's an herbalist up here.
Dude, we watched the episode. I forgot how fast he got there. I thought the episode was about him having to get there, but he gets there instantly.
Dude, he is so fast.
It's the best power.
Yeah. I went on a hike with an old friend of mine. We hiked 10 mountains in one day in New York, starting with the tallest mountain in the state. And I'm telling you, the view Aang had when he said, I got to go to the top of that mountain. I've had the same view. And I got to be honest with you. Over the course of that 24 hours, every time I looked at the next mountain, I was like, man, this is going to be a while. And Aang is just rubbing it in my face right now. Like, yeah, I can do that in a couple minutes. It's like, my God.
I was surprised by how much the news of Aang's hunt being turned over to Zhao affected him. Because he's sort of just had this passion for catching Aang since the beginning. And he didn't even get him down for the years that he hunted Aang without even knowing Aang existed, when the Avatar was just an idea of somebody who could oppose the Fire Nation. He didn't get down then. He kept pushing. But now when he hears that his greatest nemesis got the reins, he's sort of losing it.
I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, everybody doubts that the Avatar exists, so nobody's searching for him. But now that it's confirmed, it's like inevitable. You know, Zuko was the only one before. There's like, yeah, my chances are good. I'll do the thing I need to do and restore my honor. But now it seems that it's inevitable that he will not get any of that.
It's really sad because he has put in so many years of work now. How long has it been?
Like 3 years.
So he's just been doing this whole time, and now people with so many more resources, people with so much more power, are going after them. And that leads into helping us understand why he would do something like don the blue spirit mask.
Iroh, too, can tell that this weight is really getting to Zuko. It's cool because Zuko obviously doesn't say anything until Iroh prompts him to. Iroh can just tell.
Yeah, Iroh comes on deck and is just watching Zuko angrily firebend all around the ship, and that's when he confronts him.
Zuko's line is so sad, too.
Don't give up hope yet. You can still find the Avatar before Zhao.
How, Uncle? With Zhao's resources, it's just a matter of time before he captures the Avatar. My honor, my throne, my country. I'm about to lose them all.
If you're paying attention to the story up to this point, it's pretty clear that one person has the motivation to do what the Blue Spirit is doing in this episode. I remember watching it when I was younger. I remember being confused when it was Zuko and just kind of shrugging my shoulders like, I guess Aang was saved by Zuko. Sure.
Yeah, during the episode, I wish that I could forget it was Zuko, because I cannot remember how the reveal felt to me. With the hindsight I have now of knowing it's Zuko from the very beginning, because it's like a big thing in the fandom, like Zuko's got this cool thing he does. Whenever he gets kind of sad, he puts on a mask, he breaks a few laws. So it's very clear in my mind that he's the Blue Spirit, but I just want to go back to the first time to feel what it was like.
Yeah.
I bet it was just confusion, and I'll be like, wait, what?
As he exits the herbalist's greenhouse, once he leaves, we see that it's very windy. I mean, I think wind is the worst thing as far as weather goes. I don't care if it's sunny, rainy, any of it. I don't welcome wind because it prevents me from being able to play sports outside, and I love to do that more than anything else in my whole life. So wind is the worst.
I hate wind too. How about that?
It's
it always
awful.
knocks over the trash when I put it out. But the worst is the recyclables, because it knocks it over and then they get blown everywhere, and then I have to pick them all up.
That's rough, buddy. But the Yuyan Archers show up, and they are still bullseyeing the crap out of this guy.
Actually impossible.
Yeah.
With the wind.
It is unbelievable.
Their accuracy is godlike.
Yeah.
Aang literally has control over air, and he couldn't be that accurate in this windstorm.
I think it was an interesting idea, though, because their godlike accuracy made it to where they never pierced his body. And physical harm was something that Nickelodeon was sure to tell the creators that it wasn't allowed. That's part of what motivated the bending magic system in the first place, because there's no physical contact. We're not
cutting off arms.
So they were able to get around it because of how accurate these archers were.
I was thinking the same thing when they pinned him to a log and it's 8 arrows on each arm through his shirt. I was like, this is like a really convoluted way to not have any bodily injuries.
Yeah.
And it made me wish for an avatar that leaned a little more into the gore, like a classic anime.
True.
I think it could have made it a little better. The stakes would have been a little higher. I feel like the age level for this was like 11, 12. Like that level of gore. It's got important lessons, great character development, and like a good story. But like, I want to see an avatar with violence. I just finished watching Attack on Titan, and we don't need to go that far. We do not need to go that far. That is crazy. I can't tell you how many characters are eaten alive in that show.
Maybe something closer to like a Naruto.
I think we go harder than Naruto.
Really?
I think we crank it up. We need to find a happy medium between Attack on Titan and Naruto. I guess what I want out of the gore is not just the spectacle. Like, that's not what I want. I want the realistic repercussions for things that happen.
I see.
Because when we sick a crack squad of archers against Aang, and by the end of the episode, he ends up escaping without a single scratch and nothing wrong, I'm like, okay. Felt like nothing could have happened this episode and we could have been fine. We had some good character development, but I need some lasting impact.
If there were more circumstances similar to like when he gets struck by lightning, he's got a visible scar, right?
Nice.
But then he's also physically hindered in a lot of ways because of the injury.
Yes. So that's a great example. I sort of forgot about that. I love that. That's exactly what I want. I take it back for Aang. A little more character death would be nice.
Jeez.
Is that crazy to say?
It's a little bit.
Haru, cut him. Haru decapitated on the ship, okay?
That was another thing that they couldn't do, though. They could not kill
Decapitation.
Well, yes, but they also could not kill people.
Oh, it's so vague with Jet.
It was so
It was so unclear.
Well, needless to say, the expert Yuyan Archer team absolutely scooped Aang, no problem. Once they get him, Aang has been chained up in the fortress that we were greeted with when this episode started. And Zhao delivers his "I'm the bad guy, here's my plan" speech, just as any villain does. And I honestly forgot that this was the first time that Zhao has met Aang.
First time Zhao tries to capture Aang, he just does it immediately.
Yeah,
You know what? Let me give Zuko some more credit, because the first time he tried, he captured Aang.
that's true.
Aang just escaped, just like he's doing with Zhao.
He really tried to play that same card against Zhao too, but he's a little bit smarter than that. He said,
Untie me and I'll fight you right now!
and then Zhao's like, no.
One of these days, Aang, you'll convince him to unchain you. He didn't need to be unchained, though, to give him a concussion.
True, but the way he was restrained this time compared to the way he was restrained when Zuko got him are very different.
I thought that when he blew Zhao across the room, that would be the impetus to maybe give him a gag of some sort. Because you can't just have this man able to blow. You saw what he did.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. That looked painful.
Yeah, he got rocked, but then he just got back up instantly.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to have, like I said, a concussion or something, but
Yeah.
no.
Maybe he just got up and saw, like, yeah, you did that to me, but you're still restrained, so I don't really care.
I mean, picture this. In a world where Avatar is a little bit closer to Attack on Titan, Aang blows him across the room. He, slams against the wall. You cut to Zhao. He's, bleeding from the mouth now. And he, grimaces angrily. His teeth show with blood. And then he's like, oh, yeah? Is that how it's going to be? And then he goes over and he, puts fire in his hand and he burns, his hand mark onto Aang's, arm. That would have raised the stakes. It would show you this is a bad man. He's not messing around like Zuko does.
Mhm.
I would have been like, oh, no.
Now that we're in the fortress, this is when we get the Blue Spirits rescue for Aang. Zuko is so nasty.
The thing about Zuko is the best fighting he ever does is when he's wearing the Blue Spirit mask.
Yeah. I mean, big time, too.
He levels up when he puts that thing on. You'd think the opposite, because I bet it's hiding his peripheral vision and kind of making it hard to see. And he's also limiting himself to not use his main weapon, firebending.
Very impressive, to be honest. Especially for a 16-year-old guy. What are we doing?
And then they begin to work together to escape, Aang and Zuko. Unwittingly. On Aang's part.
Yeah. Zuko has to be silent.
Yeah, Zuko can't talk. He can't use his firebending. He can't see because he got a mask on.
He didn't tell anybody what he was doing. What a time.
And the thing about their escape is that they work together so well.
Yeah.
That is some foreshadowing for when they get together in the end. But it's kind of funny they have trouble working together when they are knowingly helping each other out. But they complement each other really well. Getting each other's back.
Little do they know that these boys about to be bros.
Aang thinks he's got a new bro right now.
Yeah, he's all about it. Aang is all in.
I mean, I would be there too. It's this man's sick and he's saving me? This
Yeah.
is insane.
Aang does have a chance to escape without him. The doors are closing, but Aang has enough time to get through them. But he turns back because Zuko is getting surrounded.
That makes me think about Aang's super speed power. in almost all situations, I feel like he could escape. But what's stopping him is he has all his friends falling behind. Like, whenever he needs to get somewhere, he could just sprint like the wind, but
Sure.
then Katara would be left out to dry, or Sokka would be left to be killed. And in this case, it's his new blue spirit friend.
Just before they are out fighting everybody in the yards of the fortress, Zhao finds out that the Avatar has escaped. And that's when that music starts, dude. It's like, oh man, we about to have ourselves an action scene.
And the action scene was awesome.
They always are.
It was such a creative sequence of events.
I agree. We had helicopter Aang and Zuko. We had bendy ladders.
That was awesome when they stacked them all up on each other.
Yeah, we're pole vaulting with them. Like, it was awesome, man.
This is like Pirates of the Caribbean level antics
Yeah.
right now.
So good. And speaking of those ladders, when they first come out, Aang absolutely destroys the guys who are climbing up and trying to use them.
It reminds me of what they used to do to armies in medieval times when they were trying to siege castles because they had walls like that.
Yeah.
They would throw up ladders, and so they would pour like boiling oil or like really hot oil or
Right.
fire on them
Yeah.
or like tar that's lit on fire. A devastating way to shut down somebody trying to get up a ladder.
I agree. Awful. And when they were using them as pole vaults, you see with that grab on the edge, Zuko's desperation, right? He's got one hand.
Yeah, where they almost make it to the last wall.
Yeah.
Aang slips, and then Zuko's hand shoots up.
I mean, insane feat of strength, first off. But second, like, that really communicated to me as a viewer, like, this guy is so desperate.
Yeah, I would have sprained my hand, I think.
Dude, same. Same.
I don't know. I've done some of the, those climbing walls, and I've done the like jump things and caught some of them. And I caught them with one hand once. Aang's only got to weigh like what, 70, 80 pounds? Oof, never mind. Now that I say it, that's a lot of weight on my back.
That's a lot, dude. That's what I'm saying. Zuko did really plan this out, though. Or at least it seems
Yeah.
like it.
He
Like-
planned out the pole vaulting between walls. Yep.
I mean, like, his infiltration. It's almost as if he knew, as if he had the blueprints to this fortress.
Yeah, I don't know how he put together this plan so quickly.
Crazy for this fortress to have such a vulnerable component to it. This sewer is just, it's huge. It's so easy to hide into it. And it leads in and out of all the rings.
It doesn't get him through all the rings because that's why they have to do the pole vaulting, right?
Yeah.
But it is a great route out of like seemingly the main area.
I think about him like actually having knowledge that that was a part of this fortress. I don't find it hard to believe because he is involved with the military with his royal upbringing. I feel like that could be a stretch of a thought, but not too much of one.
He could have gotten a tour of this place when he was a younger kid with
Right.
his family. You never know. Could have been in his studies like, here you go, Zuko. Your tutor's going to teach you about the forts of the Fire Nation that we use to conquer the world.
Yeah.
And here's the sewer system where people can sneak in. Okay, write that down.
That could be the reason for a lot of the feats that we're seeing here. Like, we learn later in the comics that Zuko trained under Master Piandao
What?
for those sword skills that he has here.
Okay, now I believe the sword's a little bit more.
Yeah, man.
Piandao is the sword master.
Yeah, Sokka's master.
Sokka's master.
Yeah, we have like a little altercation between Zuko and Sokka in the comics because by then, obviously, they're teammates and friends. And he like humbles Sokka by like reminding him, like, yeah, I am actually pretty good with swords too, buddy.
Yeah, I think he's probably a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, we see him here. He is incredible. But in that confrontation, they realize between each other that they have the same master. And it's just really cool to see. At this point, though, I'm really starting to wonder where the Yuyan Archers are.
Because Zhao sent them out to get Aang. Presumably they came back with Aang. Where'd they go?
Can we get Aang again, please?
They went on vacation immediately.
Yeah.
They said, well, I guess I'm done here.
But we do get him.
Yeah, when Zuko and Aang back out of the fort, but Zhao, from the very beginning, has a plan.
How
could you let them go?
A situation like this requires precision.
I like that he was, from the very beginning, conniving. Because it was sort of weird to just immediately agree, okay, let him out. But Zhao had his plan, but it was not a great plan. If we have the Yuyan Archers, get them all. Get them all. We use one archer?
It gave that chance for us to have a dramatic moment.
But the thing is, they still get away. Aang just picks up Zuko, who he sees as Zuko now.
But it gives Aang a chance to make a decision on whether he's going to leave Zuko there or not.
Oh, yes. Yes, the double take where you're like, oh no, wait, do I go? Do I stay?
Right.
A lot of times in shows, I think those are kind of stupid. Because I feel like if I was in that situation, I wouldn't be thinking about that. I wouldn't be thinking twice about that. But if I was Aang and my arch nemesis who's been trying to capture me is the one who saved me, I think that would throw me for a loop.
Yeah.
I would be paused for a second. Even though I know it's life or death, I need to get out of here. I'd be like, what? Huh? Oh, but he just...
And that's the second time this episode that he has made a choice like that. He could have left the Blue Spirit when he was fighting, could have left Zuko there, decided to bring him with him. It gets called back again, I guess you could say, in the finale of this season when he chooses not to leave him out in the cold.
Aang's a good guy.
It really solidifies his character.
One of my favorite scenes happens next.
Yeah, this scene is masterful.
I like the feeling it gives me. I don't know what that is. I need to learn how to label feelings better.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. One coming to mind for me would be optimistic.
Oh, really? I was thinking regret.
Even though Aang and Zuko are not on the same side here, it's still clear that we can work together effectively.
Aang has rescued Zuko, and he laid him down in the roots of a tree. Aang is sitting nearby talking about how...
If we knew each other back then, do you think we could have been friends too?
And then as soon as Zuko comes to, he tries to sneak attack him. And then Aang just runs away into the forest while some like wistful music plays. And it fills me with like sort of a feeling of regret, because you look back at all the actions they've taken, they seem to be digging themselves deeper into this rivalry, and I'm like, oh man, look what we could have had. I regret all the problems we've created between ourselves where we've hunted each other.
It is a shame.
And it's sort of heartbreaking because this was an opportunity, because we just saw how they worked together, and then Zuko hasn't changed yet.
I mean, it is season 1. They're planting the seed.
So I'm sure Aang is confused, because he probably felt a real connection with Zuko. They were fighting like brothers out there.
Yeah, imagine like talking about how different the state of the world is now. It became that way in an instant for Aang. So he's got to be so confused.
And that's exactly what he talks about. Kuzan, into it, he says, I was friends with Fire Nation people, but Zuko wasn't raised in that world.
Tired old Zuko makes his way back to his ship, passes Uncle Iroh, playing his newly purchased instrument.
Oh my god.
And he's sitting there with his handsome monkey.
That is handsome. Oh my god.
So good.
That monkey is incredible.
It is really good, honestly. It's cool.
I can't believe he bought the monkey. There's no way. He could afford that.
I mean, they are royalty.
Wait. Yeah, he must have bought it before the pirate ship sank.
Yeah. I love that they have music night on the ship.
I wouldn't mind having some character development of the crewmates.
Yeah.
Could have been fun. Could have been neat.
Obviously, they have to, be dismissed as we enter season 2. So Zuko and Iroh can begin their journey as refugees.
Yeah, they just disappear after that.
Yeah.
Huh. Weird.
Weird. Zuko's just like, I am going to bed. No disturbances. And proceeds to lay down, look at the Fire Nation insignia in his room, and turn his back on it.
I did not think of it like that. That is nice.
Nice detail.
He's beginning to turn his back on the Fire Nation.
And that's really the significance of this episode, right? Like, the blue spirit represents Zuko's duality. When he puts on that mask, that's the real him.
Is that his true self revealing itself?
Nice, dude. When Aang gets back, he's also exhausted. And he gives Katara and Sokka their frogs, goes to bed. He doesn't even tell them what happened.
Yeah, they don't even know.
They don't find out for 2 seasons that Aang and Zuko had a time here. Katara and Sokka ask Aang if he made any new friends, too. That's like doubling down on that question from the scene that Aang and Zuko had earlier. Could we have been friends? This episode comes right after the storm, where again, we're shown in so many ways that Aang and Zuko have a lot in common. And even though they don't know it yet, they're both destined to bring balance to the world.
But they've got a lot to learn before they're ready to save anyone. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Restoring Balance podcast. And don't forget, it's Admiral now.
And next time you get sick, suck on some frozen frogs. But speaking of my hike story, while I was on that hike, I encountered, I'm an amateur hiker for anyone listening.
You've hiked once.
I've hiked, yeah, that was my first real hike.